Welcome back to the Realest State, New York City's weekly real estate news roundup. I'm Christina Friscia, and this week we've got an exhilarating lineup of stories that'll reshape the way you see New York City's real estate landscape. From Manhattan's condo market evolving, a climate insurance bubble on the brink, to groundbreaking changes in parking mandates, this week's episode is a roller coaster of real estate revelations. So fasten your seatbelts because we're about to embark on a journey through the dynamic world of New York City real estate, one headline at a time. Let's start by diving into the heart of Manhattan's luxury real estate scene, and it's been quite a ride indeed. The luxury market, which had been performing impressively post-Labor Day, showed a noticeable decline last week. Surprisingly, only 10 contracts were signed for homes with price tags exceeding $4 million. This marks the lowest activity since September 5, 2022, which also recorded 10 deals. Let's talk about some standout deals. The crown jewel of last week was a townhouse located at 60 East 66th Street, initially listed at a staggering $18.5 million back in August 2017. Fast forward to now, and it's found a buyer at $13.8 million. Another notable property was Unit 1104 at 515 West 18th Street, listed at $8.8 million, down from its original $10.1 million price tag when it hit the market in 2020. This 2,500 square foot condo offers 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and an incredible 1,200 square foot terrace with Hudson River views. Of the luxury Manhattan homes that secured deals last week, 7 were for condos, 2 were for townhouses, and 1 was a co-op. In total, these properties commanded $63.6 million in asking prices. The average came in at $6.4 million with a median of $5.5 million. In Brooklyn's luxury market, last week a remarkable property in Brooklyn Heights commanded the spotlight. An exquisite condo at 90 Furman Street, listed at $5 million, emerged as the most expensive home to secure a contract in the borough. Unit 1016 in the Pier House complex is a true gem. With 2,000 square feet of opulent living space, 3 spacious bedrooms, and 2 elegant bathrooms, this condo redefines luxury living. But what truly sets this property apart is the nearly 900 square foot terrace that offers breathtaking panoramic views of Manhattan's skyline and the East River. The Pier House doesn't just stop at lavish interiors either. Residents here enjoy access to world-class amenities, including fitness centers, a tranquil yoga and meditation room, and convenient on-site ballet services. Earlier this year, even British musician Ed Sheeran couldn't resist the allure of the waterfront haven. He rented a stunning 4-bedroom apartment here for a staggering $36,000 a month, making headlines in the process. Now let's talk about the second most expensive home that went into contract last week. A charming townhouse at 109 Cambridge Place in Clinton Hill with an asking price of $3.7 million captured the attention of luxury home buyers. It's not just these 2 standout properties making waves. Over the past week, Brooklyn's luxury market saw an uptick in activity, with 12 contracts signed for homes priced at $2 million or more. But back to Manhattan, we're seeing a noteworthy change in the new condo market. Market-proof data, as reported by Cranes, reveals that over the past decade, sales volume in Manhattan has plateaued. But the real action is happening in the outer boroughs, specifically Brooklyn and Queens, where the new condo market is on the rise. So, what's driving this shift? It comes down to inventory. Last year, Brooklyn saw more approved condo units for sale than Manhattan, and this trend continues this year. One key advantage for Brooklyn is affordability. While Manhattan's new condos commanded an average price of $1,737 per square foot, Brooklyn's average is a more budget-friendly $1,249 per square foot, just slightly higher than Queens. Surprisingly, this transition isn't solely a result of recent interest rate increases. Factors like rising land costs, pandemic-induced lifestyle changes, and limited availability sites in Manhattan have all contributed to this shift. What could this mean for the condo market in the long run? If current trends persist, Brooklyn could potentially surpass Manhattan in new condo sales within the next 5 years. While Queens is also showing strong growth, its smaller market size doesn't pose a direct threat. There are some transformative proposals for New York City's housing landscape. The Adams administration is shaking things up in the Big Apple. One of their City of Yes initiatives proposes something rather unusual, eliminating parking mandates for new residential construction across the city. Why is this a big deal? Well, parking mandates have been a long-standing requirement, but it seems they may no longer fit New York's evolving housing needs. Less than half of the city residents even own cars, and the demand for housing is soaring. Off-street parking can cost a staggering $150,000 per space, and this is where things get interesting. For every 1.2 parking spaces built, 1 unit of housing is lost. Now you might wonder, who does this affect? Primarily, these parking mandates apply to projects outside of Manhattan. But remember, the city has already seen positive outcomes when it waived parking minimums for affordable and senior housing in certain districts. Other cities and states have made similar moves. Buffalo and San Diego, for example, have done away with parking mandates completely. This change is all about reimagining housing and zoning in New York City. It's part of the mayor's ambitious goal of creating 500,000 new homes over the next decade. But there's a catch. Achieving these goals depends on actions at the state level. If Albany doesn't replace the tax break 421A or lift the city's floor area ratio cap on residential space, these plans might stall. In national real estate related news, we're diving into a pressing concern that's been making headlines: the climate insurance bubble. A climate change risk nonprofit is ringing the alarm bells about a looming insurance bubble in the United States. The warning: it's closer to bursting than we might think. According to a forecast by First Street, an estimated 39 million homes in the United States are insured at prices significantly lower than the actual risk they face from natural disasters and climate change. That's a staggering number. Of these homes, around 6.8 million are covered by state-backed policies considered as last resort insurance. This reliance on last resort policies is a glaring indicator that our current insurance practices might not be keeping up with our changing climate. Why is this a concern? Well, as natural disasters become more frequent and severe, the insurance market will eventually have to adjust. When that happens, the climate insurance bubble could burst, leading to skyrocketing rates and plummeting property values. Imagine millions of homes becoming uninsurable. Insurers might not renew policies, and homeowners could face immediate double-digit percentage losses in property values. Even if we consider a conservative estimate, approximately 30 million homes could still be uninsured compared to their actual risk. This is a situation that's impacting homeowners and property values alike. So, what should your takeaway be here? Climate change is causing insurance companies to rethink their strategies. We're already seeing some insurers limit coverage in high-risk areas. It's a topic that's reshaping the real estate landscape. Stay tuned to keep a close eye on this developing situation. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to The Realest State for the latest updates on this and other important real estate topics affecting New York. I'm Christina Friscia, and remember, innovation in housing starts with bold decisions. Thanks for joining me this week on The Realest State. I'll see you next week.